Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it has come. Rocket Lads semifinals. It is a Friday night, beautiful Friday night in Utopia Coliseum. Joining me in the booth tonight, I have Rusted Fargo. How are you doing?
When I'm doing good, let's go. How
You
are you doing,
excited?
Spencer? Of course.
I'm doing very well. I am so excited for tonight. It is semifinals, the first one of semifinals. We have Rocket Power, a sleeper team that came from the wild card, has battled their way to the semifinals, are facing against the, you could say, the gorilla that is Aerial Apes. They, second seed in the league coming into playoffs, and they're now in semifinals, sweeping the team that they played last. And, yeah, going into this game, I mean, what are you looking for?
What am I looking for?
Well,
Man,
we'll go team by team.
Team by team. Let's go Rocket Power first. I think
Sure.
we need to see all three of them play. I know that's pretty generic, but I'm really wanting James to step up and really help out Cookies, and I think that's going to be probably the key to this. Is probably relying on James here. But what do you think about
James to do what specifically?
Just make sure that he's hitting his shots and just playing the best that he can.
For sure. Yeah, James and Cookies really having two first players, you could say, both of them being around Champ 1, Champ 2 level of play. It's a really good asset for them. And then Clay Tuna coming in, I think either high plat or low diamond. Very mechanical player, make a very offensive and dangerous team.
Yep.
But then you have the same thing when you go back over to Aerial Apes. You have Jamin and you have Achilles, both of them coming in around that Champ level. And then their final teammate,
is it Gary?
Oh my goodness, it is Gary. Yes, I believe he's again high plat, low diamond. It's gonna be a very interesting play style that we see.
Yeah, and I think for them, Jamin, he's a great player, but I think if he steps up tonight, I think it's gonna be a tough one for Rocket Power to win. I guess we have the pick'em pull up here. Do you want to talk about that?
The pick'ems, seems like 78% of you want Aerial Apes to win or think that they will. Maybe you want Rocket Power to win. Personally, I want Rocket Power to win. I love seeing, wildcard teams come up from the ashes, you could say, being like a phoenix. No pun intended. But seeing them come up from the ashes like that, that was not intended. Okay. But seeing that happen, you feel good. Everybody loves an underdog story. And, if Rocket Power wins tonight, they will go to the finals. Whoever wins is going to the finals. Loser is eliminated. They've all done all this for nothing.
Yep.
So, who do you think is going to take it?
Who do I think? Depends. Man, I don't know. I've been saying that Rocket Power has been a sleeper team this whole time. And so, I think everybody wants the underdog to win. But I could see Game 5, and I could see it being probably... My final guess is Game 5, 4-2 for Aerial Apes.
Okay. Very specific. We don't have a poll, but you can put your choice in the chat. Who you want, how many games. You can put the score of the final game if you wish to be very specific. But yeah, personally, I think that it's gonna be. I want to say Aerial Apes 2. I think it's gonna be in 4 though. And the final score is going to be 3-1. 3-1 or 3-2 in their favor. Could we be more specific, Josh? No. Sadly, that's as specific as we can get. Here we go. Game 1.
They're hopping in.
We're getting ready to start semifinals of Rocket Lads season 4.
Sorry, Spencer.
You're okay. I'm so excited. I'm sorry.
I'm already at the Pacific Ocean is what I was getting at. So, I can't get any closer, really.
You can't get any closer. Achilles with a nice pop out to middle. Clayton is going to go up for miss. Jamin, though, is going to touch it back wisely to Gary, who's going to pop it past Cookies to get it in Rocket Power's half. Achilles is going to shoot that out to center off the wall. And nobody from his team there. Jamin, though, goes back, does a backflip, and meets Clay Tuna in the air. Gary bounces it off of the wall. Cookies is going to race to that one, push it back into Aerial Apes' side of the field. Gary now with a nice touch is going to shoot it very high. Jamin beating Clay Tuna in the air to that ball, giving him possession, but James is going to fire it right back. Cookies with a redirect attempt. Can't connect. James with no boost can't connect with that one either. Gonna try and push it back, but Claytuna wisely staying back, waiting for that touch from Jamin to pass it right back to him. He's gonna bring it up the wall, pick up that mid boost, and see what he can do with it. Can't get it past Achilles though, who's gonna bring it back down the field with no boost. Can he get it in front of the net for his team? No, Claytuna is gonna stop him in the corner. Gary's gonna put it back out front. Jamin's there for a shot. Cookies though beats him to it, and it's racing down the field. Nice post. Gary is racing up for that one. I'm into this. Are you seeing anything spectacular?
Yeah, I'm loving the chemistry already between James and Cookies and Claytuna. All three of them are getting in there, creating great chances like this one right here. And I think it's going to help them out tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it seems like Aerial Apes are being really aggressive. Do you think that's going to be a good thing for them, or is it going to be an Achilles heel?
Man, I think they're going to get a lot of goals off of it tonight, actually.
It would be nice to see high-scoring games, but also the closer the games, the more entertaining they are. Achilles with a nice bar-down shot to get the first goal of this series. Beautiful pass from Jamin.
Almost three-way pass, but except for it was just off of the post, which is fine. Jamin setting up Achilles there, taking out the defenders, baiting them in on that first shot, so.
Jamin made me very proud with that pass there, banging it off the post first. As a post punisher, you know, he could do it.
Yeah.
Claytuna now in a corner. James, though, is going to beat him to it. And we're going back in front of the net. Cookies with him. Dribble. Can't get it past Achilles, though. It's back in front of the net. Can somebody score? No. Achilles tried to follow it up. Couldn't get the shot quite there. Jamin now with no boost. With a shot. Can't beat Claytuna. Beautiful fix from him. It's an open net for James. He gets the shot on target. And nobody's back. What happened?
I'm not too sure, if I'm going to be honest. I'm trying to look around. I don't see any of them. Except for Gary was in the corner, but then he just went up the side and didn't choose to go back to net. I think he might have saw that mid boost and was thinking it looked pretty tasty, which I don't blame him.
Who went for their own corner? Did you see? Was that Jamin or Achilles?
Whose own? The only person I saw in the screen was Gary, and he was in the top right corner there. But I don't know.
Right. It looked like one of the whether it was Achilles or Jamin, went for their own back corner boost there and took themselves out of net for that, but Achilles is gonna make up for it with a beautiful Doomsy dish off the backboard. My goodness, he does not want that goal to go away.
This is what you need to be seeing from your top players. Be able to solo play like this and get it around, 2-3 defenders. That's gonna go great for their success.
That was absolutely amazing show of mechanics there from Achilles. So he's gonna try and get another one. Cookies, though, is gonna be able to save Gary on the wall with 100. Can't make contact. And Cookies is gonna boom it back down the field. He's gonna dribble it to James.
The James?
Shot, and what a beautiful passing play.
Man, these are
Read
my
like
favorites.
a book. He ate his books.
Jamin to Cookies. Cookies to James. And puts it over Achilles. Achilles probably should have waited, maybe on the post or back post, but it's so hard to know. He probably wasn't expecting that nice of a shot.
Yeah, and I mean, that shot was a laser beam, 106 kilometers an hour. That's especially when it's coming that fast. There's low chances that you're saving it. Jamin, though, beautiful boom from his own half. Is gonna put it back down the field. Cookies, though, catches it on the wall, passes it to James, and they're doing a little back and forth action to get it down the field. It's working, but Jamin is gonna put it back. Claytuna now, though, catches it up in the air with a nice aerial play to get a shot. Achilles, though, is gonna half flip and put it into his own corner. Try and get it back into a shooting opportunity. Can't, though. Gary now and Jamin both fumbling over each other. Can they get a shot? No. Claytuna blocks him at the goal line. Jamin now rolls it up the wall. James, though, is able to get the touch and put it into his own corner. Keep that pressure away. Sorry. A minute and a half left. It's tie game. What are you thinking?
What am I thinking? I'm thinking this is a close game. I feel like, Rocket Power's been really focused on the passing plays like this one here. Claytuna?
Is that going to be the way that they win this series?
By passing? If they win this series, it's by passing. That's 100%. I feel like they're playing super like a passing play style while Aerial Apes are just kind of going monk and they're just trying to do some solo plays.
Is there a reason that the passing plays are working so well for Rocket Power? Like, is there something that Aerial Apes is failing to do on defense that is the reason why they get scored on by those so often?
Probably just not enough respect, or they're trying to rush it too much. they're not quite seeing the full picture, I think. So they're just trying to,
Yeah.
you know, trying to be quick, but sometimes it's almost worse when you're trying to go too quick. You'll put yourself out of the play.
Yeah, if you flip and oh, what a
Ah!
pinch though! Jamin pinches it off of James to tie the game. 45 seconds left. 1, 2, 3 kilometers an hour. What a perfect shot.
Yeah. Achilles kind of muscling James out of the way a little bit, and then James is just trying to get a touch on it and happens to pinch it back in his own net. So great positioning by Jamin there, though.
I mean, I'm sorry, there couldn't have been a much more perfect goal than that. I mean, the speed was good. It was a pinch. I mean, there's nothing much more satisfying than that in a goal. Cookies, though, putting it back down. Gary is going to meet Gary, but beats him. Achilles in his own corner. Everyone from Aerial Apes in that corner, but it's an open net for Achilles to shoot on. It's just going to roll in. They get themselves a goal lead. 23 seconds left.
But these solo plays are working. Okay, he hops over James and was a Clay Tuna. So they just have to be super careful in their communication and not double committing. You see Cookies was in the corner, wasn't able, he was just grabbing boost on his way out, so, you know, it's tough.
That was a very amazing, like, that was absolutely insane play from Achilles there. Rocking that Season 2 Grand Champ, goodness, what's it called? Player title.
Player banner? Title?
Yeah.
Title.
He's gonna try and get himself another one though. 7 seconds left. We need something from Rocket Power right now if they're gonna keep it in. Gary though is gonna try and finish the job. Jamin with another shot. Can't get it past Cookies. Cookies pops it up.
Cookies?
Boost, but it's gonna drop on the ground, and Aerial Apes are going to take this first game. But not by a landslide, as many may have thought.
No, it's pretty close. I mean, they definitely outshot Rocket Power. You know, they had, what was it, 8 to 3. So that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit of a, yeah.
Possession and field, what's it called? I want to say aggressive, but that's not.
I don't know.
Field
possession,
domination. There you go. That's the word. Field
go.
Domination by Aerial Apes. They control the field for most of that game, and the breakaway times when Rocket Power had those shots. I mean, they went 100% on shooting, which is absolutely insane to see.
Yeah,
but
it's true.
When you're thinking about Rocket League, you want to have more shots than the ones that you score goals on, because that means that you are forcing them to make saves, and
drawing
gets them out of position. Yeah. The more pressure you have, the better chances you have of winning. But going into game 2, what do you need to see from Rocket Power?
What do I need to see from Rocket Power?
Maybe
some more
take
shots. Definitely just put more on target and try to get a hold of maybe a little more aggression. Get Achilles kind of tilted and they'll might find some more success. That was close.
Yeah.
Man,
so going into game 2, yeah, just seeing Rocket Power get more aggressive, get maybe some physical contact in there could help. I didn't see any bumps or demos in that entire game, which could be a make or break feature for one of these teams.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Game 2, James versus Achilles. It's gonna go in Rocket Power's favor, and Cookies are gonna race up to win it with a double tap opportunity. Can he get the touch? He can. Cookies. 7 seconds. He's coming out shooting.
Man, look at this. I mean, what? I don't even want to mess it up with words. People are just listening to this.
Play.
Cookies just hit a double tap. That was nice.
Was that a purposeful kickoff?
I think so.
Did they kick the ball off to the side of the field on purpose from that one?
They got to have. If not, try doing that some more.
Yeah, maybe look at some more goals like that if Cookies continues to play that way. James with no boost, though, can't get a shot. It's in the corner. James, though, is going to try and clear it away, but Achilles is just too fast in the air. Cookies now. It's out in front. James, though, is able to get the touch and pass it back to James, and Cookies 50s him. Winning the ball. It's open for James to shoot. Achilles races back. He's able to make the save just in time. Clay Tuna and Cookies are fumbling over each other. They get the ball out of their half, though, finally. Cookies with 0 boost. Can he get a shot? Fakes out. I believe it was Achilles, but can't make the touch. Clay Tuna with an awkward pinch back. He's going to pass it to Jamin, and he's going to clear it out of his half. James, though, is going to 50. He's going to go in the net. Achilles is able to save it away Cookies with a
Cookies?
flip reset,
Wow.
ball touch, whatever you want to call it, scores a second goal.
Man, this relentlessness of Rocket Power in this second game so far, I think is just
You
being
called it. You
Achilles
called
making
it.
Cookies making amazing saves after another, but he can't save them all. And then Jamin couldn't get enough on it to clear it away.
They just. It's only been a minute, but Rocket Power has just been relentless. I want to say that we've seen maybe 10 seconds of the ball in Rocket Power's zone, like in their own half. But here we have some offensive pressure from Aerial Apes finally. James with a boomer of a shot. Is somebody
Cookie?
gonna get there? Achilles just able to make that save on the goal line. Jamin rocking a white Fennec is gonna try pass it to Achilles, and they get themselves their first goal of this game. Using Rocket Power's own strategy against them.
Yeah, it was a nice little pass here from Jamin. Baits out, was it James? And it went straight to Achilles, and it was basically, he was in the slot position. So.
Yeah, Cookie's rushing that ball too. Really should have stayed back post, would have been able to save it, but he pushed a little bit too quickly.
Yeah.
Cookies though, he's speaking of the man, he's gonna go for another
He's back
double tap
on
with Gary. What a touch! Love to see that from a lower level player. Making touches like those, they are very difficult to see or to make. I mean, Gary's just stepped up. Maybe not in the position, but just in what he's been able to do. Seems like he's playing a much more competitive game. And he's gonna get himself a goal.
Gary.
You speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Gary is gonna get themselves a tie goal.
Position, not his positioning. What are you talking about? Do you see that? Supposed to take a page out of his book. I'm just joking. You beat us, so I can't really talk smack.
Gary, he ate his books. He studied up on his positioning. How to shoot, and he
ate his book.
Just. Were you not here for that stream?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, I should have
okay. It was an amazing stream I did with Lego about, I think it was 3 weeks back. Cookies though in his own corner is gonna clear it away. Achilles is gonna meet him and push it back in front of the net. Someone's there. James is racing, but James beats him. And he's gonna bring it back up the wall past Gary, but can't do it. Cookies with 0 boost on that touch, can't get a powerful shot. Jamin is gonna get a nice little ground to air dribble, try and clear it away. Clay Tuna though is gonna stop him at midfield, push it back in front of the net. Can he get a shot? Yes, he can. They take the lead back.
Man, Clayton was just on this ball this whole time. Look at all 3 of them around him. And he's just, you know, taking his time, being patient, letting them all freak out, and he just pops it in.
I mean, what more do you want to see from a Season 2 gold tournament winner?
Nothing. That's it. That's what you want to see. It.
That's exactly what you want to see. Although they might get
Another
themselves a
overrun?
goal-away goal. The post! Gary, though, is
Gary.
going to put the nail in the coffin and get time
And
to the game
you
again.
called out Cookies already for this. For not staying back post. He went a little too far. A little eager beaver. And Gary is able to snipe that left corner. I think he puts it anywhere. It might have been saved, but it's good placement.
Placement really is key when it comes to plays like that, and he did it perfectly. Oh, he's gonna win this 50 against Cookies for another shot opportunity. James, though, is able to make it there right before Achilles and stop that shot from ever happening. He's gonna try and get himself another touch, though, and can't get it on target. Cookies putting it back in front of the net. Achilles passes it down to him. He can't get the shot on target. And James is gonna race to this one on the wall. 0 boost. Nice touch on target. James racing up to that one to stop anybody from following it up. So it's been, we got a little bit of time left. We're seeing a lot of plays happen. What's the make or break here for Aerial Apes?
For Aerial Apes?
Yes.
I think they just gotta, I think if, maybe look for more bumps, more demos on James, on Cookies, and I think that's gonna open up a lot more opportunities for them. When they're cycling out, look for some demo opportunities maybe.
Yeah, demos play a big part. Here's another shot. Achilles get himself that savior with that one. Passes out to Jamin at midfield. He gets a touch off the post. He can't read it. Gary with another post. Those are 2 posts in a row. Cookies picks up that mid-boost shot opportunity. Passes it back into the corner. Let's see if he can roll it back out in front. No, Gary's going to beat him to that ball. Clay Tuna, though, races up the wall for a touch. Jamin, 12 boosts to work with, can't beat James. Achilles puts it in front of his own net. Gary races to it, able to make it there just in time. James was ready. He was waiting for that shot.
Yeah. And I'd love to see that Wait.
It's open net for Jamin. Clay Tuna, though, able to push away. 30 seconds left. We might have game 2 overtime. Although Achilles is going to put it down. He can't make the shot. James again.
I don't know where he put that nail.
He did put it in the coffin, that's for sure. Clay Tuna, oh my goodness, this is absolutely insane. 10 seconds left. Final push from Aerial Apes. Gary putting it back to the corner. He's gonna put a shot on target. Clay Tuna saves it. Achilles, and they take game 2. I want to say they take game 2, but there's 2 seconds left. Anything is possible.
You never know. Man, Gary was just all over this ball. It seemed like I just looked, every time I looked, he was over in their end just trying to be a nuisance, and it eventually wore them out and it was open net for Achilles.
Gary, like, relentless. He would not let up on that ball. And that is going to be game 2 going to Aerial Apes. They're now 2-0 in this series. If they win the next game, then ladies and gentlemen, Rocket Power are going home. Bye-bye. Sayonara. Another 4-3 game. Decided in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah, these stats are, I mean, the shots, they had the exact amount of shots this time, which was 7. So that was such a close ball. It felt like a closer game. It could have been won by anybody. And the second game is so important to win as well. So we'll see if Rocket Power, can climb the way back out of this hole that they've already dug.
If you look at the saves, though, Aerial Apes had 4. Rocket Power only had 1. So that shows the shooting accuracy of Aerial Apes and then the accuracy of Rocket Power. Rocket Power putting a lot more shots on target, forcing them to make those saves. Every shot that didn't go in from Rocket Power was saved.
Yep.
So that shows, sorry, my brain is very slow tonight. That shows the shooting, the accuracy of Rocket Power and how dangerous it can be, because that is why they scored every single goal. They just kept peppering Aerial Apes, and the shots that they couldn't save, they got scored on by.
Yeah. Yeah, it
so
also
going into game 3,
maybe the predictability of their shots, though.
It's true. That's very true.
Who knows?
Okay, so going into game 3,
I think it's very well. Okay, what's you gonna ask?
Going into game 3, the possible final match of Rocket Power in Rocket Lads. What do they need to do to win? To get this reverse sweep?
Man, I don't know. It's tough. They're up against a brick wall, which is Aerial Apes. So I think they just got to keep on hitting the wall and then it's eventually going to break. So just keep it going. Just keep on shooting.
I mean, yeah, we
saw it. That's about it.
We saw it happen that game. I mean, Rocket Power was winning. Rocket Power was winning for most of that game. If they weren't winning, it was tied. So, I mean, they can take it. They can take it. They can. They just need to. They need to take that and then clamp down. Not allow Aerial Apes to get those shots. Meet them at half field. Stop. Get those 50s.
Yep. And if you're Aerial Apes, you just want to try to get a couple goals and just lock it down.
Exactly. Both teams. It's just both teams have given away leads. They've allowed the other team to tie it. What a mess that was. All of Aerial Apes in the same corner. Cookies with a nice redirect on target. Can Jamie get back? No, he can't. Cookies again, lighting up the net within the first 30 seconds.
Cookie's been a star player this whole series, especially last game and really stepping it up from the first game, and then hopefully this game he's even stepping it again, and I think that's gonna help a lot.
I mean, he's been relentless. His mechanical plays, mess up of a kickoff from Jamin, although he's gonna pass it to Achilles in the process. James, though, is gonna beat him at midfield. A little bit of team miscommunication there. James and Cookies bumping each other. It's in front of the net. It's dangerous. James able to 50 Jamin on the goal line to keep that one out of his net. He's gonna try to get it past Achilles. Can't. It's forced back down into their half. Cookies is able to make a touch. Passes it out to Jamin. And Gary is going to meet James. Nice demo from Achilles. That is the first one of the entire series.
Achilles is going through everybody. And he's going to get a goal
because of it.
Doesn't matter what color they are. Blue, orange, he's going to punish them both, bumping Jamin on the way to this ball. And it's a good thing he did because he was able to snipe it bottom left corner.
Yeah. I mean, I want to say the speed of the shots from this series have been absolutely amazing. There have been very few, if not 0 goals, less than, I want to say, 80 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
It is
What's Tom laughing at?
our production man is giggling to himself. What is so funny?
Achilles is
Bray
going bananas.
Ranger
Okay.
in the chat said that Achilles is going bananas. He's proving himself to be an ape,
Yeah.
a gorilla, whatever you want to call him. He's monk. And that might be why they're winning. James stops that goal from Claytuna at midfield. James trying to get fancy with it, can't make the touch though. Cookies puts it back.
Backed off.
Puts it back in front. Wisely, Claytuna stayed back there. Didn't want to rush. Make the same mistake. Cookies. There's Jamin dribbled out his own teammate there. Gary wanted to go. He couldn't make the touch. He's going to pass it out to midfield. Achilles with a shot. Claytuna saves it in the goal line. James again. 50s Jamin at midfield. Midfield possession. Has there been a team that's been very dominant in these 2 minutes?
I think in the aerial apes so far have been the more dominant team in this game, is from what I've been noticing. They're just so fast to the ball and making quality touches.
Yeah, quality touches, and I mean, as you can see there, they're just not allowing anything to go by. Achilles racing up to that ball, not allowing James to make the touch. Gary again, like right there, within seconds to make that touch to put the pressure on to Rocket Power. Cookies though with an open at the shootout. Can he get the touch? No, Achilles is able to get back and demos James on the wall.
Goes
Gary is gonna go for that ball. Push it out. Sorry, what did you say?
No, Achilles, he's flying in Superman. Saving the day.
Saving the day. Keeping the ball out of his own net. He's right there too for that recovery. He's gonna put it in front of Rocket Power's net. Gary's up for the shot. Cookies 50s up. Jamin racing up to beat Claytuna. Can't. Achilles now up for his third shot. Can't get there. And it's finally being cleared away out of Rocket Power's half. Cookies gonna get the boost from Jamin there. And it's back in front of the net of Aerial Apes for nobody though able to make contact. James on the wall, no boost. It's difficult to do stuff here, but he makes it past Jamin. Gary has stopped moving.
Gary, you okay? Gary, oh, he's back. He's there.
Gary's alive. We're good. I guess we're just gonna keep playing. Achilles puts it in front of Rocket Power's net. Gary with a shot. He can't get it though. It's an open net. Wow, that was massive voice crack. Open net for Cookies to shoot it. He can't get the shot. I'm sorry, that would hurt my eardrum. Jamin with a shot. Can't get it in. There he's gonna put it off the sidewall. Cookies though is gonna put it high off the back bar. Can't make the touch. James, he's there. He can't get there. That's a weird 50 from Claytuna, Cookies, and Jamin.
Achilles with the counter.
Achilles dribbles it out past midfield, but James is there to stop him. Claytuna and Cookies doubling on this. Jamin goes up the wall for it. Shot out into the center of the field. Cookies though is able to get up to make the touch. Rocket Power fighting for their literal lives. 40 seconds left. They need a goal if they're going to go back and possibly win this series. Claytuna wants it. He can't get it. Nice post. Oh, but he's got from Gary. James able to just barely make that touch. Save their lives. Literally. Gary with another shot. James again back there to make that touch. Keep that ball out of his net. He's gonna pass it to Achilles, who booms it back down the field. It's open net. Claytuna races to make the touch. 10 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen. You can't make this stuff up. Are you not entertained? My voice is breaking. My heart is pounding. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds left. Oh, no. We might have game 3 overtime. It's still up. Claytuna races. Gary beats him. Cookies is able to make the touch and the ball goes down. I'm sorry, I need a drink.
That's okay. Claytuna and Gary goes up for kickoff.
Oh my goodness.
Wait,
oh, and that's gonna be at 4-second overtime. Cookies getting the goal right off the kickoff. Keep them alive. We go into game 4, ladies and gentlemen. Or game 3. Game 4. Game 4. We're going to game 4.
Man.
Oh my goodness.
Star player of that game for me. I don't know if you feel the same, but those 2 goals.
I completely agree. Cookies in the offensive and James in the defensive. James may have gotten less saves than Cookies, but just defensively, he was there to clear the ball, get the 50s, keep the ball just out of his half even. he
Yeah,
did not want that ball going in, and he made it happen.
and their saves this time 2-1-2, right?
Yeah,
So that's what is that? 5
5
saves?
saves. 5 saves to 5 shots from Rocket Power. Aerial Apes getting 6 shots, sorry, and only 1 save.
Yeah.
So oh my goodness, this was an insane game. Every shot from Aerial Apes then that wasn't scored was a save.
No. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So my goodness, going into game 4 here, what do you need to see from Rocket Power
I mean,
to
that was still
keep this win up?
close. So they need to change something up still. Like it felt like I know, aerial apes were just on them the whole time, and I felt like maybe a little bit of a lucky break there at the end. So I think they just really need to just
Is
make
it
their
their
shots count.
defensive rotations, or is it just them not pushing the ball fast enough? Are they maybe slacking off when it comes to offensive pressure? Like, what's going on?
I don't know. Maybe they're just being a little bit too predictable with their clears. I see Jamin always positioning himself right where the balls go. Like they get a 50, and it's right to where Jamin is. So they just need to be maybe better placed clears, bigger booms. Everybody
Yeah,
likes bigger booms.
bigger booms are always better. So going into game 4, Aerial Apes again. They only need to win this game, and then that's the series.
That's it.
So this is it. I
Let's
called
see
Aerial
game
Apes
5.
before. I want game 5.
Let's see game 5.
But it might not happen. We'll see. Aerial Apes. James saying in the chat. I don't know if that's gonna be the final.
Wait, what is Achilles doing? Achilles?
Again. Within
Cookies
30
minus...
seconds of the last 3 games, this man has scored a goal.
This kickoff again. It's the same kickoff, man. Cookies is the minus or under 5-second career or something.
James
I don't know.
in the chat. So theme Cookies always scores first. I mean, it's been true. The man has been unstoppable. That was his quickest goal yet, within 5 seconds of kickoff. Fastest goal.
Yeah.
Let's see though. Aerial Ape trying to get it back already. Gary and Achilles double committing on that, and Jamin is gonna mess up Achilles. Pop it low when Achilles wanted it to go high. He only got 7 boosts. He's gonna pop it over James. And Gary is gonna push it back. Achilles now in the corner with a shot. He's gonna.
Nice save.
Oh my goodness. My brain has lagged since that last game, and everything is coming a second or 2 slower. I apologize.
Josh pressure already from Aerial Apes though.
I mean, Josh Ola said cook-offs, not kickoffs, cook-offs. Because Cookies is scoring off of them. I mean, he's not wrong. We might have to call them cook-offs now. Clay Tuna, though, in his own half is going to try and make the touch. Can't, so James is going to have to make the play in his own corner. And Cookies is going to bail him out. James, though, passing it out to James, who gets a nice boom down. Jamin can't make the touch on the wall. Clay Tuna puts it off the post. James for another shot. Achilles blocks him. It's an almost open net for him to shoot on. Clay Tuna back. Gary's going to advise to take the shot. And Clay Tuna, again, able to make the touch to clear it away. Jamin now booms it back down the field. James, though, returns the favor, and Achilles is going to meet him at half field. Jamin, though, going to be the final man to make the decision on that 15. And beats Cookies again in the air, putting the ball back in Rocket Power's corner. Gary with a pinch across the net. Achilles can't get there in time to put the shot on. Rocket Power still leading by 1 with 3 minutes left in the game. Gary now pushing the ball back into Rocket Power's zone. Cookies is going to get it past Achilles. It's an open net, but Gary is going to wisely put it into his corner and beat Clay Tuna on the wall. James with a powerful shot off the crossbar. Nice post. Cookies going to put it back. Jamin, though, able to make the save. James again, absolutely demolished that post, and Cookies is going to put it in the net.
Man, I still consider a backboard pass still a passing play, so I think my predictions are becoming true that they're scoring off these passes is what, and that's what I said they needed to be doing. So
that's exactly what you said. You said if they could score off of every pass that they make, they would win it. So, I mean, they've done that so far. We'll see if they can do it again, though. James trying to solo play past Achilles, can't though. Cookies now is going to put the ball into Aerial Ape's corner. Can't beat Gary, though. James is going to have to go for this at midfield with just enough boost to make it there. Cookies, awkward touch out. Jamin with a shot is going to boom that high off the backboard. James can't make the touch. Achilles puts it off the post. Everyone's out of net for Rocket Power. Cookies and Clay Tuna double on that. James has to make the touch to save it. He does. And Clay Tuna and Cookies again double committing to keep that ball out of their own net. Do you think the double commits from them are good or bad? Like, is it because of the double commits that they're making the saves, or is it causing a lack of a follow-up?
I think it's causing a lack of follow-up. I think that's where they're trying or they're faulting of getting it cleared out of their zone, but it hasn't cost them too much. So
yeah, it hasn't cost them a goal yet this game. I don't remember if it's cost them any before. We'll see though if Aerial Apes can tie it up. Just over a minute and a half left in this game. Before we head to a game 5, Jamin doesn't want it to happen. Booms it down the field to Cookies, who reads it off the wall. Gary now in the corner trying to get it past. Cookies beats him and Achilles fires it back down. James is going to try and catch it, but Jamin is right there to stuff it back in front of the net. Achilles 50s it, or gets a touch at midfield and puts it back down. Can Cookies make the touch? He can. Puts it away into the corner. James with just enough boost now to work with. He's going to try and clear it. Can't though. Gary's there to shove it back down his throat. And speaking of the man, he's going to put another shot on target. Achilles, though, is able to make it a save. And Cookies trying to put it back. Just can't. Jamin is right there. Try and get a dribble going. Can't get it there. Gary now up for it. Clay Tuna beats him. Cookies again meeting Achilles at half field. Has this been a ping pong game back and forth, or have we seen someone dominating a little bit more?
Man, I would have loved to take one. Yeah, I think it's been, I would say this last half, Rocket Power has really been better at clearing the ball and keeping it at mid and maybe even in the Aerial Apes' side. But the first half, I think Aerial Apes were pretty dominant.
Yeah. I mean, 30 seconds left, and we're seeing the dominance of Aerial Apes come to a little bit of a close here. They seem to be locking their half a lot more. With only 15 seconds left, ladies and gentlemen, we might have ourselves a game 5 unless Aerial Apes can do something literally within the next 2 seconds. I want to say that we have a game 5. 5 seconds left, the clock is counting down.
Game 5.
We have game 5. Rocket Power are going to take this game into absolutely shut out Aerial Apes. No goals from them this game. So, I mean, game 5, Rocket Power is going to have the morale advantage. But does Aerial Apes have any advantage coming into game 5?
I think definitely still. They're still definitely a team that you should be fearful of, right? Achilles rocking that season 2 grand champion banner is definitely intimidating. So, I don't know.
But I mean, if you look at the shots, Aerial Apes only getting 2 shots and Rocket Power getting 7.
Yeah.
Aerial Apes no goals, Rocket Power 2. So of the 7 shots of Rocket Power, those that weren't goals, again, were saved by Aerial Apes. They have 5 saves.
Yeah. Which is good. That means you're drawing them out, right? So.
Yeah, I mean, they drew them out. They made it so they didn't have a man back, and then they had that open net to shoot on. And I mean, Aerial Apes cracked under the pressure.
Now, Achilles is saying that they have lucky kickoffs. What's your thoughts on that?
I disagree.
Do you think
with
it's
that.
lucky?
I'm sorry.
I think it's pretty skillful. I think
it's calculated. Ooh, and we're going to a different map. My favorite map of all time, Forbidden Temple.
Daytime
it's such
or
a beautiful
dawn?
map. It's daytime.
I don't know, which one do you like though?
Oh, daytime. Daytime's my best.
Oh,
my favorite. Or not daytime. Sorry, dusk is my favorite.
Oh, well, we're getting second best.
It's second favorite. Second favorite. So game 5 though, Aerial Apes. What do they need to take this series? They just lost 2 games. What do they need to do to take it back?
Start, quote unquote, losing kickoffs, but to gain early control of the ball, maybe. I think they're going to have to try to
kickoff.
Valid kickoff. Yeah, I think they're going to have to try to, somehow get these kickoffs on their side if that's what they're struggling with. So.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if again they are going to get themselves another early kickoff here. Cookies though has the kickoff. We'll see if it happens. Aerial, both these teams on the. Whoever loses this match is going home. They're getting their orange slices and their Kool-Aid jammers, and they are going home. Although it doesn't look like we're going to get an early goal here as Gary is pushing the ball right back down. Rocket Power's half. James though is able to clear it away. Can they get themselves another goal?
Nice demo.
On Jamin. Gary able to
nice
make the touch to
Gary.
push it over his net. And Achilles is getting cleared away. No goal within 30 seconds for Rocket Power this game. Clay Tuna and Cookies
Demos
finishing
are
it
coming out.
against their own teammate. Very dangerous. My goodness, what a pinch to clear it away from Rocket Power there. Jamin, and I believe it was James pinch it. Achilles beats Clay Tuna there. And Cookies are gonna put it high. Jamin off the backboard, makes the touch out. James is right back there, right there to put it back down. Achilles though, able to make the touch.
I've been
A
so
minute's
impressed
gone
with the way
by.
that- I was
Go
just say
ahead.
I've been so whoa. Okay, I've been so impressed by the ability of Achilles to be able to make these saves.
Yeah, he has been a defensive powerhouse. Seems like both these teams have a defensive player on their hands. Achilles and then Nth James, both always back there to make the touches and the saves. Do you think that those players then need to become more aggressive to win? Or what do you think needs to happen is Gary is going to get himself a runaway goal here. Beautiful pass from
Man,
Damon.
this bump. Yeah, oh, what a great bump. And just kind of put it on the top of Clay Tuna, which unfortunately passed straight to Gary. But to answer your question, I don't know if Achilles needs to play more aggressive. He might then allow them to score more, but that's I'm not too sure.
Well, he's going to miss that one, and then Jamin, though, is going to clean up his mess. Achilles reads it off the wall like a champ,
Whoa,
and
what a
Cookie
shot.
can't make it back in time for Jamin's powerful shot.
Look at this little passing play up to Achilles on the wall. Achilles off of the roof to Jamin, and Jamin gets his underflip. I don't know what it's called, but I'm calling it underflip flip cancel. I don't know. And that was nice.
That was a beautiful play. I mean, Aerial Apes, they fought, and they want this game. We'll see if they can take it, though. Clay Tuna, though, trying to get himself a kickoff goal here. Can't make it. That's Cookie's job. And nobody's back, though. Clay Tuna racing back, gets his corner boost. Can he make the touch? It's going to go high and wide. Damon is right there. A lot of hesitation from Rocket Power there to go for that ball.
And like I said, Jamin always just seems to be right where the ball's going. He's just positioning himself so nice in these past few games. Even though, you know, they didn't win the past two, but he's always been there.
Yeah. He's just there. He's ready to play the game, to get the touches, make the saves, even get the shots on target. Goes for a musty flick there. Can't make the touch. Is he trolling now? Is he that confident?
Well, I don't know. There's a lot of game left.
There's a lot of game left. You do not want to get this confident with 3 minutes left in the game. Especially against Rocket Power, who are going to get themselves a goal. James with a beautiful dribble from his own third.
And his car control.
Able to make it past all of it.
Jamin not getting touched by Achilles and past Gary. That was super nice. I think there's like small margin for error, and he stayed within it.
Yeah. I mean, he rode that ball like a horse. It didn't move.
Like a horse.
James, I'm sorry, my what's it called? I want not illustrations, but my illustrations maybe? They're not as good as they could be.
Metaphors? Metaphors.
Metaphors, thank you. My metaphors aren't as good as they could be. Coming up with things on the fly is very difficult.
The easy English. Achilles?
Achilles trying to get themselves another goal. He wants that cushiony 3-goal lead. They've still got a little bit of cushion, but it's not as wide as it was. It's going to go in front of the net, though. Achilles is able to make the touch. Nobody to follow it up. James is going to steal his boost, and he's going to demo Cookies in the air. Gary with a shot. James flipping there to make the save. Cookies and James at 50, and it goes in the favor, but Achilles is there to put it back in front of the net. James needs to make a touch. Can't. He does. Achilles? It stops Jamin from muscling that ball through. Jamin with another touch pass down to Achilles, and it's going to go in. What was that touch?
Man, Jamin. I don't know how they find each other, but Jamin on the corner backflip pass, that was, I mean, the shot was fine, but the pass was dang fine.
That was a beautiful play from Jamin to put that ball right back down in front of Rocket Power's net for Achilles, and he's going to get himself another goal off the kickoff.
Achilles and Cookies swap name tags, or what happened?
I guess this is just what happens when a Cookies has to go for a kickoff.
Yeah. He got the cook off himself.
He got cooked off. I mean, do you see what I see with the possible for the score here?
You never know. I mean, my guess for the 4-2. My guess for the 4-2 is already gone. So we might see this.
You want to call it? What's
Nah.
gonna happen here?
Brazil.
Arriba! We might get ourselves a Brazil if Aerial Apes can get themselves another goal here within 1 minute and 40 seconds. Or Rocket Power can get themselves a go-ahead goal, but they can't. Jamin races up to beat everyone there in the air, gets a nice pass down the field. Achilles, though, is rushing to it too quickly, gets beat by James. Gary pops it over him, and then Jamin is there to put another shot on target. It can't beat Clay Tuna, though. The ball bounces out to midfield. James tries to make contact, but can't. And Achilles will for him. Puts it back out. Clay Tuna, though, with a shot on target. Goes for a demo. Just barely missing Jamin there. And James wisely staying back from Achilles' powerful touch, waiting for him to put the ball right onto the nose of his car for a nice boom down the field. Achilles demoing Cookies, relieving the pressure that would have come. Wise choice there. And Gary putting it back down the field. They have just not allowed Rocket Power to have any type of field or ball control this entire game.
No, this has been truly dominant on the Aerial Apes side. Oh, it's been making
Achilles
good to each other. Good passes back and
forth. What a
forth.
shot! Jamin reading that off the wall in such a beautiful manner. There was no hesitation in his car control there. Although he's backing up there like a little bit of a plat, a little bit of a funny shenanigan there to see. It's back in front of the net. Gary with a shot. Possible passing play. Can't make the touch. Cookies is gonna put it off his own wall. Jamin, he wants that final goal to give them the Brazil. Gary keeps it up, pops it high, it's going down. Cookies can't make the touch. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is it for Rocket Power. Aerial Apes take the win and move on to the finals.
Yep. That's all I gotta say.
What do you have to say there for this game?
They really just showed how dominant they are. They're a team to be feared for all you guys still left in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Rocket Power played great. And James, I think, stepped up. Cookies stepped up. Clay Tuna, we didn't say much about him, but
he was there.
He made a lot of crucial saves. A lot of
good touches.
When maybe James and Cookies were underneath the ball and they couldn't really get the best touch. Clay Tuna was always there to make it. Good saves by Clay Tuna too.
But in the end, I mean, Aerial Apes just played the better game. They won the first two. They had that morale going, and the Rocket Power beat it back down. And then this final game, they just said, you know what, whatever. This is it. We win or we lose, whatever happens. And they just went for it. They did not give Rocket Power any chance with the ball. 9 shots for them in that game. 9 shots for Aerial Apes 2. I believe it was 2 or 3 for Rocket Power. So really, you can see the domination from Aerial Apes in that final game.
For sure. And Jamin, talk about Jamin, talk about a star player tonight. I almost feel like, with always being, really just keeping the ball inside Rocket Power's half, and Achilles being that rock that they need, and Gary coming in clutch at times they needed as well. So big ups to Aerial Apes. Welcome. Is it the finals? Welcome to the finals.
Yeah, I mean, meeting them in the finals is yet to be decided. We don't even have a semifinals match yet set. But we do know, however,
they're in the finals now, right?
Yes, Aerial Apes has made it to the finals. They are going to be playing for the grand prize of the season tournament winners. I don't know if we have a dedicated prize yet. But, I mean, congratulations to them. We have a game on Sunday night. It will be X-Train versus... Can somebody correct me on who they're playing?
Sirens.
Galleon Sirens. We have
Slim,
the mechanical
Lad,
god that is X-Train going against Lion Lad.
Slim, Mr. Slim.
Going against Lion Lad, Mr. Slim, and I don't know who the third is.
I don't remember.
Me
He's
neither.
really good though. He's super
He's
good.
really good. But that
I'll
game is
find.
happening on Sunday night. Be there, be square. It's happening at 9 EST, I believe, right? 9 or 8.
Do you want to do early predictions for it? What do you think?
Early predictions, I want to say X Train, and I think that they're going to sweep. I would love
You
to
think
see
it's a
Galleon
sweep?
Sirens win.
Oh,
Yes.
I think we might see a game 5. I think it's gonna be close. I think Galleon Sirens have a good idea what they're up against now. Already playing them once, they look super strong in their first playoff. So,
They did. They played
you never
amazing.
know.
Yeah. I mean, so Galleon Sirens X Train Sunday at 8:30 EST. Be there or be a bronze. Do you have any final words?
Rocket
Say
Power
for
will
the
live
stream.
on in our hearts. Bye bye.
As in the chat for Rocket Power, congratulations to Aerial Apes. Be here in 2 days' time at about this time, and you'll see another amazing Rocket Lads match. X Train versus Galleon Sirens. I'm Spudster. He's Rusted Fargo. And we are Rocket Lads.